Good morning. My name is Chris Boyd, and I'm with studentsoфenglish.com. And today on this broadcast, I want to give a lesson on oral language reading and writing. And what that is we look at a picture of a scene or some type of context, and we're going to think about that picture. Then we're going to label the picture, talk about what's happening, and then we're going to construct sentences about what we said. And then last but not least, we're going to read, practice reading what we wrote several times. So I'm just waiting for some people to join. In the event that no one joins, I will just go ahead and run a quick mini lesson on another topic. So just going to wait here for a few minutes. I've been teaching English for about 15 years. My first time I was teaching, I was an undergraduate at the University of Nebraska, and I worked at a small language school with Spanish-speaking working immigrants. So that was a pretty fun gig to get my feet wet in teaching English. Took a break for a while after I graduated and did another job. I was a bilingual social service worker. Got to put some of that Spanish I learned in college to work. So did that for a while, and then decided that I missed teaching, and so I relocated to southwest part of the United States and to teach English. To go to school at the University of New Mexico to become a teacher. And so since I already had a degree, I was starting a program that was for a master's degree, and decided to make my emphasis in teaching English. And so took a lot of courses in second language development, oral language development, second language literacy, lots of pedagogy, theory, and application. And so when I was awarded my master's degree and my teacher certificate, I went to work in the Albuquerque Public School District for a few years and got a lot of really great experience working with second language learners at that time. After about 3 years, my wife and I relocated up to Denver, Colorado. And so that's where I really started to take on some more leadership roles. I learned a lot of great techniques for teaching second language. This particular thing that we're going to do today, the oral language reading and writing, I developed that. I learned that and developed that up in Colorado, as well as working with language functions, scope and sequence that ranges all the way from the beginning basic greetings, saying how you are, all the way to the advanced academic discussion ones, cause and effect, convincing others, using conditional, things of that nature. So after that, I decided to take a foreign job because I had wanted one for a while. And so I took a position down in the Dominican Republic at a private K-12 school. And there I was, I ran the department, and I also did a lot of work in the classroom and professional development. I have a lot of experience working with students, but also with coaching teachers. And I came back to US here in Austin. That's where I'm at right now. And, and just decided to try this new endeavor of working online. So it's been pretty fun and exciting so far. And, today I went to show this oral language lesson. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any participants, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and run a mini lesson on a language function using the present continuous, talking about what we're doing in the moment. So allow me 1 minute here to open up my digital whiteboard Cuckoo, or I should say Google Hangouts digital whiteboard Cuckoo, and then I'm going to go ahead and share that screen with you. So one moment here as I open it up. And now we're going to share. And so here is the Google the digital whiteboard application, Kaku for Google. And so I've got all these diagrams that I've created for different units. And so we're going to go down to describing actions in the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and open that one up. And I love this application. It's so great for teaching targeted language. So what we do is we go ahead and we start first with talking about what is our objective, okay, so that we understand what we're trying to achieve here. And so I'm just going to read the objective, and so just go ahead and follow along with me. Our language objective says that we talk about what we and other people are doing right now with the verb to be plus an action verb plus ing. Okay, and so this is the formula, the structure that we use to talk about something that's happening in the moment. Okay, so I have some different verbs that we can work with here, and to work with this particular function. And so to warm up here, let's just go ahead and go through the vocabulary. And so I'll say it, the words, or the phrases actually, because it's more than one word. I'll say those twice, and then I recommend that you repeat that after me. So the first one that we have here is choose something. Choose something. So see, there's a guy and he's thinking about what to go through. So he's choosing something. This next picture here, we have some women and they're carrying some items. And so we can say in English, bring supplies. Bring supplies. The women are bringing supplies. This next picture is take a photo. Take a photo. So you have a woman taking a photograph with her camera of most likely two of her friends, or maybe two people on the street that asked her to take a picture of them. Next, we have lay down. Lay down. And so here's a woman, she's pregnant, and she's laying down. Next, we have smell a flower. Smell a flower. So this little girl is... Next, we're going to come over to wear a new jacket or coat. Looks more like a jacket. Coats are heavier. So we can say this woman is wearing a new jacket. So let's scroll down a little bit so you can see the vocabulary at the bottom here. Now let's go all the way back to the left side. And here we have a woman in the classroom. Looks like a teacher working with her students. So this is teach a lesson. Teach a lesson. So the sentence could be something like the teacher is teaching a lesson. In the next image, the next photograph, there's two young ladies. Looks like they're at a restaurant and they're getting ready to pay for their food and drinks. So we could call that, the phrase is pay for dinner. Pay for dinner. So the ladies are paying for dinner. They're paying the waiter there. All right, in the next picture, we've got a boy holding probably his little brother or maybe sister. And so that would be feed the baby. Feed the baby. So the brother is feeding the baby, or the boy is feeding the baby. Here we have a picture of some professionals meeting each other. Originally I did this for a student, so I used classmate. But let's change this to, let's put a colleague, okay? So since that's more of a professional one. And so the phrase could be meet a new colleague. Meet a new colleague. All right, and then last but not least, we have a man, looks like he's giving out some candy to some children. And so the phrase is give a treat. Give a treat. We use treat for, in English, it could be a candy or some sort of fun snack for kids. So the man is giving a treat to the kids. All right, so now we're ready to put this into our sentences. Okay, our new vocabulary. So it can go something like this. We'll just start with asking where I'm asking one other person. So it would sound like this. What are you doing? And so using this vocabulary, you can say something like, I am laying. Now, as you can see, I separated these out because of the ing. I am laying down, okay? Just like this woman. I am laying down, okay? So I'm gonna ask you, what are you doing right now? Think about how you can answer that. And then go ahead and answer. All right, now let's try with a different pronoun here. So let's see here, 1 second, let me get everything reset. 1 second. Let's use the pronoun she, okay? So remember with he and she, we're gonna switch over, the verb to be is, not are. So let's go ahead and put that in here. What is she doing? Let's say we're talking about your mom, okay? What is she doing, your mom? What is she doing? So maybe your mom is teaching. She is teaching a lesson, okay? She is teaching a lesson. So let's think about your mom right now. What do you think she is doing right now? What is she doing? Think about that. And go ahead and answer, please. All right, now let's go ahead and work with the we pronoun, okay? So I might say something like, what are you and your friend doing right now? And so you and your friend can say, or you can say for you and your friend, we are, let's see, we are bringing supplies to a charity. We are bringing supplies to a charity to give to people in need, okay? So there's an example there. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Pretend I'm talking to you and your friend. What are you doing? Think about how you can answer that. And go ahead and answer. All right, and last but not least, let's work with the they pronoun where we're talking about two other people, okay? So let's talk about your cousins, okay? We're gonna ask about them. So we might say, what are they doing? Talking about your cousins. And so you might answer that, and actually I put the wrong one in there. Let me put the lowercase they. What are they doing? And so you might answer, they are taking a photo, okay? And notice how the E drops off on that one when we put on the ing. They are taking a photo, okay? So now, pretend I'm talking to you about you and about your cousins. And pretend, what do you think they're doing right now? Think of a way you can answer that. and go ahead and make that answer. All right, so that was our mini lesson here, talking about what we and other people are doing in the moment. And so I want to thank you for joining me. And hold on for 1 second here. Sorry that the other lesson, the oral language, didn't happen, but I hope that you got a lot out of working with the present continuous. It's a very important structure to be able to talk about what we and other people are doing in the moment. And so if you like this video, if you think it's useful, please like it and reshare. And if you're ever interested in lessons with me using this structure or learning about the oral language photo structure, please contact me at my website, studentsofelenglish.com. Thank you very much and have a great weekend. Goodbye.